Hey, this is Mr. Warden. This is the exit ticket for pre-algebra, day 1 from week 30, so 30.1. And here we have this triangle. We want to find the area of this triangle. So to do that, we're going to need to find this missing side. We've got a base, but we don't have a height. But we have this leaning part, the hypotenuse. We can use that to find out the height. So let's work this out. So this is the C part, and these two are the A and the B. So I'm going to just call 5 B. So A squared plus 5 squared is going to equal 13 squared. So we got to find the missing side using this. So that means A squared equals, that's going to be, I'm going to say plus 25 equals 169. And so A squared is going to equal 169 minus 25, which will be 144. So if A squared is 144, we get the square root of both sides. So A will equal the square root. So the square root of A squared is A. Square root of 144, which will equal 12. Okay. Now we have a height and a base. So the area of the triangle will equal 12 times 5 all over 2, which will be 30. And let's see, I think it was going to be in badgers. Yes. So 30 badgers square. They are square units, of course, since it's an area. All right, what's the perimeter of this triangle? This is going to be the length around. We got this side and this side, but we don't have this side. Well, this side is an A or a B, and this is a C. So what we need to do, let's just say we can actually set this up. You know that A squared plus B squared equals C squared, but A squared would equal C squared minus B squared as well. So we can just set that up. So A squared is going to equal 25 squared minus 7 squared. So that means that A squared equals 625, which is 25 squared minus 49. And that's going to be, let's see, 5 minus 9. So that borrow from the 2. That'll be a 15 minus 9. So that's a 6. And then that's a 1 minus 4. Borrow from the 6, so that becomes a 5. That becomes an 11. 11 minus 4 is a 7. So 576. And so we're going to get the square root of A squared will equal the square root of 576. And so the square root of A squared is A, and the square root of 576 is 24, and this is light years. So now we find the perimeter. The perimeter will equal 25 plus 24 plus 7 light years. Okay, and that's going to equal 49 plus 7 will be 56. 25 plus 24 is 49, plus another 7 is 56 light years. Okay, 56 years for light to go all the way around that triangle. Now, we're going to measure the area of this triangle in waffles. So, and they're square waffles, of course. So you do need a missing side. So let's work out that missing side. Oh, I'm glad I did this now because I see I just have an option 2. So I'm going to put my answer here, and then we'll clean that up afterwards. I'll do the edits to this. So I have a hypotenuse, that's my C side, and I have a leg. So I'm just going to say this is A. So A squared is going to equal C squared minus B squared. And so that means that A squared equals 17 squared minus 15 squared. Okay, so that means A squared is going to equal 289 minus 225, I believe is correct for 17 squared. So 7 times 7 is 49, and then 7 times 10 is 70, so 49 plus 70 is 119. 119, and then that's going to be 10 times 17, so 170 plus 119 is, yes, 289. So confirmed. So now 289 minus 225 will be 64. So that tells me that this side has to be 8, because we're going to get the square root of a squared, which will be a, and we're going to get the square root of 64, which will equal plus or minus 8, and we're only going to care about the positive. So we need the area of this thing, which means we got a base of 8 and a height of 15, and the base, it's 1/2 base times height, so it's going to be 8 times 15 over 2, which will equal 4 times 15, which will equal 60 square waffles. All right, and that is that. I hope this was helpful, and I will go ahead and close the video.